Traveling is a great way to make new friends and learn about different cultures. But be careful, one of the worst things that can happen to you is to break a law in a foreign country. Sometimes you might not even know it. Some laws seem strange to people who visit from other places, but they might be important to the people who live there. For example, you might have heard that chewing gum is illegal in Singapore. While this might seem strange or even funny to people living outside of Singapore, there is a reason for this rule. It turns out that many years ago, someone used chewing gum to cause problems for the MRT, or Mass Rapid Transit System, in Singapore. The city was also spending over $150,000 a year to clean up gum from around the city, so they decided to ban it in order to keep the city clean and save tax money. Now that you know the reason, it seems a little more reasonable, doesn't it? Question. In Singapore, what do the letters MRT stand for? Answer. Mass Rapid Transit, of course. Question. How much did Singapore spend each year to clean up chewing gum? Answer. Singapore spent $150,000 a year cleaning gum litter until it banned chewing gum in 1992. Here's a law that you might not know about. In Japan, it is illegal to dance in the dark. This law started way back in 1948 when dance clubs in Japan were known for other illegal activities. The law did not allow dancing in public after 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, this law was pretty much ignored for a long time, but after violent attacks at dance clubs in 2010, police began enforcing the law. In 2015, the law was changed to allow dance clubs to stay open later, but the clubs have to be well lit to ensure the safety of their customers. How bright? 10 lux, or about as bright as a well-lit street at night. Question. In what year was a law passed that stopped dance clubs being open after midnight? Answer. The law was enacted in 1948. Question. According to the video, about how bright is a well-lit street at night? Answer. A well-lit street at night is about 10 lux. Over in Canada, it's against the law to scare the Queen of England. Hello. The Criminal Code of Canada states that it is illegal to act with intent to alarm Her Majesty or to break the public peace. The punishment? You could be sent to jail for up to 14 years. This law dates back to the 1800s and came about in England when somebody aimed a gun at Queen Victoria. Ew. The gun wasn't fired, but the law still remains in place in Canada today. Question. What was a term used to refer to the Queen of England in the video? The answer is Her Majesty. Question. For how long can a person be sent to jail if they alarm Her Majesty? The answer is 14 years. Next, we're off to Australia, where it seems like every animal wants to kill you. If you're going to Western Australia, pay attention to how many potatoes you're bringing with you. That's because, according to a law passed in 1946, the Potato Marketing Authority can stop and check you if they think you might have more than 50 kilograms of potatoes. While it's not clear why this law exists, it's probably meant to protect the potato business in that part of the country. And if you're caught with too many spuds, you could be fined up to 2,000 Australian dollars the first time and 5,000 if you're caught doing it again. Question. In what part of Australia can you be fined for having too many potatoes? Answer. Western Australia. If you really like to travel with your potatoes, you might want to skip this part of the country. Question. What was another word for potatoes used in the video? Answer: spuds is another word used for potatoes. And finally, if you're in the U.S. state of Connecticut, make sure that your pickles bounce. In 1948, 2 men were fined for selling pickles that were unsafe for human consumption. How did the government decide if the pickles were safe for people to eat? One of the tests was to drop the pickles from a height of 1 foot or about 30 centimeters. The pickles in question were dropped, and they didn't bounce. The men were fined $500, and the pickles were destroyed. Matching. Match the laws to the places mentioned in the video. Answers: you can't have more than 50 kilograms of potatoes in Western Australia. You can't scare the Queen in Canada. You can't dance in the dark in Japan. You can't chew bubble gum in Singapore. And pickles have to bounce to be safe to eat in Connecticut, USA. And those are just a few of the rules that you want to watch out for when you travel. Be careful, pay attention to the local laws of the places you visit, and you should be able to enjoy your vacation without any troubles. Thanks, and enjoy your travels.